Well, what's really good about their research is it offers an evidence base that gives authenticity to Lisa's stories. Not that Lisa's stories aren't real, but as healthcare professionals, we like to have evidence, and we can use the research to show that what was actually brought down in the families as an oral history is actually ringing very true when we look at the historical records of the women who were admitted to Gladesville and Callan Park hospitals in Sydney from 1885 to 1955 after childbirth. I think it's really important to have that kind of background because it just shows how the women were seen. So from the stories, what you have is a woman's perspective, and what you get from the records is how the healthcare professionals see the women. And that also provides a fantastic contrast. You can see how the women were discriminated against and were treated with great bias. You can also see some of the reasons why they were admitted. They were admitted because they had illegitimate children. They were admitted for reasons like shame. They were admitted for reasons because there were financial troubles. And they were admitted to reasons because there was domestic trouble, which today we might interpret as domestic violence. So it's very important that we put together that because we want to see the women holistically. And that's certainly not something that we do see in the records. If you read the records, the women come across in a very one-dimensional manner. Now, what makes Mockingbird unique is the fact that we are seeing the woman's voice. And I think as healthcare professionals, that is a very powerful and confronting thing to see, is to actually see what the women, or the consumers, or the patients, or the clients, whatever part of the healthcare system they're involved in, it is a really important thing to find out what people thought of the service that was provided by healthcare professionals. Now, what we should add here is we believe that everybody does things for the best of intentions. And that's an important point when we're talking to healthcare professionals. But as we all know, it's important to reflect on our practice and to think about how we can improve things. And Mockingbird becomes a fantastic vehicle of reflection where healthcare professionals can look at Mockingbird, see the woman's voice, see what happened in the healthcare records, and perhaps look at how practices can be improved today. We believe that what happened in history is still relevant today, and we would love you to come to Mockingbird and see it and use it as a way of thinking about what can I do better to help women who have a history of postnatal mental distress.